Once upon a time, in the ancient city of Mithilā, within the realm of Videha, there lived a noble king named Makhādeva. His reign was known far and wide for its righteousness and just rule. King Makhādeva had experienced many phases of life, having spent 84,000 years as a prince, viceroy, and king. However, in the twilight of his long and prosperous life, he felt a growing curiosity about the passage of time. One day, he called upon his trusted barber and made an unusual request. "Friend barber, when you see the first gray hair upon my head, I implore you to notify me immediately." The years continued to pass, and finally, after countless cycles of the sun, the barber discovered a single silver strand amid the king's raven-black locks. With utmost care, he plucked it out and placed it in the king's outstretched palm. Despite having an impressive 84,000 years of life still ahead of him, the sight of that solitary gray hair stirred something profound within the king. It was as if he suddenly glimpsed the looming presence of the king of death, or found himself trapped in a searing inferno of mortality. Overwhelmed by this realization, King Makhādeva exclaimed, "Foolish Makhādeva, gray hairs have arrived, yet you have not rid yourself of the impurities of existence." A sense of urgency overcame him. The gray hair seemed to be a harbinger of the impermanence of life, and it filled him with an overwhelming desire to seek higher truths. The sweat poured down his body, his royal garments became oppressive, and he found the trappings of his kingdom unbearable. "Today," he resolved, "I shall renounce the world to embark on the path of a recluse." King Makhādeva generously bestowed upon his loyal barber the gift of a village that yielded 100,000 pieces of gold. He summoned his eldest son and said, "My son, old age has crept upon me, and I yearn for the spiritual joys that transcend the material. The time has come for my renunciation. Take the throne, and I shall seek refuge in the serene mango grove of Makhādeva, where I shall embrace the life of an ascetic." Curious about his father's decision, the ministers approached the king, inquiring about his motives. King Makhādeva held the gray hair before them and recited a poignant verse. "Behold these silver strands upon my head, messengers of death, to life they bode. 'Tis time to shun the world's ephemeral charms and seek in ascetic's path eternal peace." On that very day, he renounced his throne and embarked on a spiritual journey, dwelling in the tranquil mango grove of Makhādeva. There, for 84,000 years, he nurtured the four perfect states within himself. At the culmination of his journey, he passed away with unwavering insight, ascending to the realm of Brahma. Later, he was reborn as King Nimi in Mithilā, uniting his scattered family before returning to the mango grove, achieving the four perfect states once more, and ascending to the realm of Brahma. In the end, the master concluded his teaching by revealing that he had also renounced the world in a similar fashion in a past life, and he proceeded to expound upon the Four Noble Truths. Some of his disciples attained enlightenment, marking their entry into the various stages of the spiritual path. And as the lesson drew to a close, the master revealed the connection between these stories and identified the characters. In those days, Ananda was the barber, Rahula was the son, and I myself was King Makhādeva. This timeless tale of King Makhadeva's renunciation serves as a powerful reminder of the impermanence of life and the profound transformations that can occur when we confront the inevitability of aging and mortality.